Hello, welcome to another episode of Inspiring Youth. I'm your host, Bruce Outridge, and today we are going to take a look at Youth Culture. Youth Culture is an organization here in the Halton area that helps connect industry and young people with some amazing skills in a variety of different careers. We're going to talk with President and CEO Kim Cooper, who is in charge of Youth Culture, and we're also going to talk with three young students, Naz, Raj, and Jamil, about how they got involved with Youth Culture and their careers. So stay tuned and let's get on with the show. All right, I have Naz on the line. How are we doing today, Naz?
I'm doing very good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So you were telling me offline that you're from the UK originally. You've been here a couple years. So tell us what you did in the UK. How did you get to Canada? Give us kind of a quick overview there.
Yes. So I was living in the UK and I did, my studies there. As you know, music.
Yep.
Music has been my passion. So I've always been focusing on music because I play the keyboard. That's my instrument.
And what type of music do you do? What type of music is it that you play? Is it R&B? Is it soca? What is it? Country?
I like experimental music, R&B, soul music, the old school music,
nice.
Of the 70s, 80s.
I knew we would get along perfectly. I knew that.
Because I've been brought up actually with those kind of music.
Yeah.
I've hung around a lot with my parents and grown up.
Come on with us and thank you very much, Naz, for being on. I appreciate it. Raj, if you can come off mute for us there. All right. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Do you go to school or what is it you're involved with right now?
So right now I am a second-year biology student at the University of Waterloo, minoring in both computer science and human nutrition. And I'm on my co-op term with Youth Culture right now.
Oh, that's great. I love Waterloo. I'm in Burlington, Ontario, but my grandfather from Guyana used to actually teach some courses over at the University of Waterloo. So I've kind of that's about the only connection I've got there. So I'm that's great that biology and nutrition, all very important things that we need to do. How did you get involved with Youth Culture? How did you get involved? Well, just through the co-op, or did you hear about them before?
So I actually knew Kim from a while back by doing robotics in high school. And so Kim was actually involved with First Robotics. And through there, I met Kim and got to work with her. And then after I saw that she started Youth Culture, I reached out and then here I am. Co-op student at Youth Culture. That's
the way to do it. I like to see that ambition. Don't wait for them to call you. You call them. That's how you get in sometime. And I'm sure that all those skills will work for you. So good luck with your career. Thank you very much for being on the show. That's great. Jay Miller, I'm going to invite you to come on, my friend.
All right, let's do this.
How was classes today? You had classes today? How'd it go? Are you feeling relaxed, or is this just more pressure for the day that you didn't need?
No, I'm feeling relaxed. It was the first class of the quadmester, so it was really slow, so it was nice.
Oh, good. All right, well, as long as you're being safe, that's the main thing. So tell us how you got involved. Well, tell us first of all, before we get into Youth Culture, what are you doing? What are you studying? What are you interested in? Tell us kind of your background, if you would.
All right, so basically I'm a 12th grade high school student in Brampton, Ontario. And I hope to go into computer science, preferably at Waterloo. And I'm really interested in technology, mainly. Like, I love quantum computing. I'm really interested in that. I'm doing like a whole course from IBM with that.
Nice.
Just looking into different technologies here and there. So basically, you could consider me like a tech geek. I've been doing like a bunch of different hackathons. So that's kind of my whole spiel. Like, I'm really interested in just tech. But I have some experience with like business and like communication with like DECA, which is a great business conference that we do in high school, and all these different things.
Okay. Jamil, I'm really old. Can you please explain hackathon to me? I've heard of marathons. I've heard of all kinds of stuff, but hackathon is not one I've had. What do you do with a hackathon?
Well, hackathon, believe me, I've been asked multiple times. You're not alone. But a hackathon is basically a contest where you're given some sort of problem or like theme, and you have to develop a solution for it, right?
Okay.
So it's like any other contest, like you're creating some sort of solution, except with hackathons, the idea is to code a solution or program something or engineer something related to STEM.
President and CEO Kim Cooper, how are we doing today, Kim?
Great. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, this is fun. You got some smart people around you. This is the way to do it, right? Can you send them over? I need them for about an hour each, just to do it. I could use some music, some admin. Oh, tell us, you just started Youth Culture, I think, probably about not even a year ago. I think you're fairly new. Tell us why you got started. But actually, before that, let's talk about you first, because you've got an impressive resume as well. So let's talk about what you did before we started Youth Culture, and then we'll get to Youth Culture. How about we start there?
Sure, yeah. Before Youth Culture, I was the Vice President of Partnerships at First Robotics Canada, which is a STEM charity. Okay. So I worked on a lot of the sponsorships and government contracts. And before that, I was the editor of a kids publication called Owl Magazine. Okay. And then previous to that, I was mostly in media studies. I was a digital producer on Family Channel and some, major youth broadcasting initiatives. But about a decade before that, I actually worked for a company called Youth Culture. And that is where, that was a time in my life where I interviewed celebrities. And so I was the editor of one of the publications there as well, and I was a sales coordinator. So I got some amazing experience there at Youth Culture. We used to publish magazines, mostly about youth trends, back about 10 years ago, as I said. But so when COVID hit last year, I had actually been in touch with the former owner of Youth Culture, Karen Whitney Vernon, and she wasn't planning to do anything with the brand now, and she seemed to be excited that I might want to do something with it. So at that point, I was becoming increasingly concerned about the disconnect between youth and industry, amongst many other issues that were happening, of course, that we hear about all the time now with COVID, mental health and lack of opportunities and that sort of thing. So I actually started my own research, surveying youth and, hearing what they were going through, especially from a diversity and inclusion